Amusoreal too.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Happy birthday to those who are born today. And may you live long, may you blow more candles, peace, joy, happiness, prosperity. May it all be yours. And for those who are sick, we sympathize with you. For those who have lost their loved ones, may their souls rest in peace, and may the good Lord strengthen your hearts. Welcome you to Amusoreal Talk today. My name is Amuso Eunice. I would like to appreciate our viewers, our friends, and for those who are watching us and you haven't subscribed yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. Please subscribe, click that subscription button, ring the notification bell so that anytime we have something new, you are the first person to be notified. Amusoreal Talk will inspire you at the comfort of your phone. Thank you to Industrial Machines Uganda, our sponsors. They are located in Ntinda, Kampala, Uganda. Dinner Apartments, B4 plot 133. Send Mr. Ikonyat Festus an email. ikonyatfestus@gmail.com is the country manager. Industrial Machines Uganda partners with Goyam, India to make sure that your manufacturing dreams come to pass. So would you like to set up a company like a recycling company, an industry, and they have all the machinery that you need to fulfill your manufacturing dreams? Reach them out. Go to their website www.industrialmachinesuganda.com. Go to the website, you'll find all the contacts that you need. Contact them, and trust me, you will not regret. Together, they sponsor us with Amuso Eunice Foundation. Amuso Eunice Foundation, renewing hope. Amuso Eunice Foundation will renew hope to those vulnerable children. We provide micro golden opportunities for them. We believe they deserve to have good education, they deserve to have good food, they deserve to have good health care, they deserve to sleep well, and they deserve to be happy just like any other child outside there. So, would you like to know more about Amuso Eunice Foundation? Visit our website www.amusoeunisfoundation.org.ug. You would like to send something to help a child out there in the Republic of Uganda. Children are on the streets, children are suffering, children don't have people they call parents, they sleep on the streets. You and I can witness to that. So you want to be a part of renewing hope of that child, go to info@amusoeunisfoundation.org.ug. Nevertheless, if you would like to send books, pens, clothes, or anything to support the foundation, send through post office. Our box number is through Amuso Eunice Foundation Limited, Kampala, Uganda, PO Box 9013. So for all the information, for all inquiries, for donations, visit the website. I repeat the website, it's www.amusoeunisfoundation.org.ug. We shall be grateful, and may the good Lord bless you as you give to those who are less privileged. And surely the hand that gives receives more. Thank you. Today on Amusoreal Talk, we want to talk about forgiveness, because we believe that everyone has been through a hurt. Someone has disappointed you, someone has betrayed you, someone has hurt you in one way or the other, regardless of what exactly someone has done. But for as long as your feeling has been hurt and there is that anger that dwells inside of you, the one who has been offended. So forgiveness is like releasing that feeling of resentment and vengeance towards that person that has hurt you, and you decide to let it go. So it is something that is so easy to say, just like we will talk about how a sorry is so easy to say, that forgive, but it's so difficult to act. Yet in actual sense, it has a lot of power towards you, the person who has decided to release that resentment and that vengeance that is inside of you towards that person who has caused harm to you. So I think if I look at what the Bible tells me, the Bible also tells us that forgive those who do wrong unto you, so that even God in heaven will forgive your trespasses. It goes ahead to tell us that if you're going to pray, before you go down on your knees to pray, you must forgive those who have hurt you or who have wronged you. So you need to go before the presence of God when your heart is so pure, when your heart is so clean. Remember, God sees inside us, is omniscient. He sees beyond what we can see. So he sees inside you. So you cannot lie to him that you're okay, that you're forgiven someone when you haven't. So before you go down to pray, you have to first release that anger, that vengeance, that resentment that is inside of you, so that you are free. You are a free soul, you are a free spirit. So when you do that, that is the only time that God will also maybe leave what he's doing and attend to you, because you've come to him purely clean. So secondly, forgiveness does not really you don't have to wait for the person to forgive you. Another thing is, unselfish love is a basis of true forgiveness. It keeps no record of wrongs. So when you have unselfish love, when you love truly, when you love from the inside, when you love that person, if that relationship meant something to you, if that friendship meant something to you, you have to be selfish. You have to love. One, if you love that person, like we said, you have to be ready to forgive. You don't keep records of wrongs. You don't really have to wait for the person to come and tell you that I'm sorry, because that resentment or that anger, it burdens you more than the other person who has wronged you. It is not easy, because the gravity of what betrayal you've been through differs from the other. So everyone experiences it differently. But how, to what term do you come, or under what circumstances will you be able to forgive? First and foremost, you have to acknowledge the hurt. You have to accept that, yes, I'm hurt. When you acknowledge the hurt, then you have to accept that what has happened cannot be reversed. You cannot change the past. At that moment, whatever has happened is now considered as a past, because you're in the moment. The first thing is for you to acknowledge it. Once you acknowledge it, you accept it. So a few steps that can take us towards forgiveness, because I know that each and every one of us has been through a hurt, has been through a betrayal, has been through pain, has been through denial, has been through something, because we live in a world where we are all human beings. We live in a world where we are all imperfect. So we hurt each other verbally, we hurt each other physically, we hurt each other emotionally, we hurt each other mentally, we hurt each other in so many ways. We hurt people in many, many ways. Like I mentioned earlier on, the gravity of offenses is always different. But the word forgiveness, the term forgiveness is something that I would wish all of us would contain, to learn how to forgive. So I think some of the things that can take us to the level of forgiving those who have hurt us, you don't have to wait for the person who has hurt you to come and ask you for forgiveness. No. One, you have to acknowledge the hurt. When you acknowledge the hurt, you live in the moment of the hurt, you live inside it, you don't be in denial, you accept the moment, you grieve over it, you cry over it, you ponder over it, and then you need to accept the fact that you cannot reverse it. What has happened, and you don't have the power to reverse it. So first you acknowledge, then you grieve in it, you live in that moment, you cry, you don't take in, rather you release it. You accept. When you accept the hurt, you acknowledge it, you release it, then you accept the fact that there is nothing you can do about it. As you go through the moment of acceptance, acknowledgement, and grieving, you learn. You will take lessons from it. Because every time you reflect, every time you remember, every time it comes to you, you feel that anger inside of you. You feel like vengeance, but vengeance is not for you. Vengeance is for the Lord. That is why we are supposed to learn how to forgive. So I would like, this is the process I'm taking you through, how to learn how to forgive, is acknowledging the hurt. You live in the moment of hurt. You acknowledge that, yes, this has happened. Now, what you have to do, you have to accept to be vulnerable to the situation. Grieve, cry, do whatever you want to do. Cry, but don't hurt. Don't hurt people around you. Take yourself in the moment. Cry over it. It's normal to cry, and it's fine to cry. It's okay to release. Then when you accept the fact that you cannot do anything about it, you have to not to be in denial. Then you will take lessons from the situations, because every situation that happens to us, especially the heart of betrayal, the heart of grief, the heart of pain, the heart of being rejected, the heart of being stabbed by the people you trusted, your trust being put to trash, you know what, it gives us lessons. So we have to take notes. We have to learn from the moment. So when you learn from the moment, when you grieve, when you acknowledge, and when you accept that you cannot reverse it, and then the healing process. Before the healing process comes in, the first thing you have to do is to forgive. When you forgive and you're like, I just have to forgive this person, you start healing. Trust me. And you know, before you know it, you're healing already. Your wounds are drying. You're happy again. Because why people take long to get out of situations or betrayals or whatever pain they have been put through, it is denial. It is denying the fact that this person cannot do this to me. It is not possible that this person did this to me. It is not possible that my friend betrayed me. It is not possible that my partner betrayed me. It is not possible. When you go into denial, refusing to accept the situation, it will take you ages to heal. Therefore, you need to acknowledge it. You need to accept it. You need to live in that moment. You need to grieve it out. And then you need to forgive. then the healing will come. So what does forgiveness benefit? It benefits you, it benefits me. If I forgive you, I'm the one to benefit from it. You know why? It means you're reducing so many things from happening to you. You're reducing lack of sleep. You know, when you are in that a time of resentment, when you hate someone, when you feel you want to revenge, you don't sleep. You have so many chances of getting high blood pressure. You have a lot of chances of having anxiety. You have anxiety, you have your self-esteem goes low, you have stress, your stress levels go high. But when you reach a point in time and you decide to forgive from the inside without holding anything against that person. True forgiveness, you don't hold anything against any person. Whatever the person did, when you forgive from your spirit, from your soul, you become free. You will start eating again. You will become happier because you will learn how to love yourself more. That is one of the qualities of self-love. So there is no way you can tell me that you love yourself when you're keeping yourself in the heart, when you're keeping yourself in the darkness of revenge, when you're keeping yourself in the darkness of resentment. Because you're hurting yourself more, so you don't love yourself. The moment you understand the true meaning of self-love, you will learn to leave things be and let them go and keep them in the hands of the Lord. Vengeance is only for God, not for us. If you decide to do God's job, you'll find yourself having a lot of stress, because every time you try to revenge, it comes back to you. Every time you try to have hate, it comes back to you. So you are the one who has been hurt. So let the heavens take care of that. Forgive them, let them be. It does not mean that you are weak. Rather, it means you are too strong, and it means that you really love yourself. When you forgive, you reduce chances of having high blood pressure. You reduce chances of anxiety. You reduce chances of suffering from stress. Your mental health becomes very strong. You have enough sleep. There is nothing as so important to us human beings as having enough sleep. You sleep well. But when you're in pain, when you're in hate, when you're in anger, you don't sleep. You can witness to that. You will roam around the entire bed until it's morning. You're supposed to go to work. You didn't sleep well. How will you not have anxiety? How will you not be having panic attacks? How will you not go through a lot of stress? Then before you know it, you have heart attack. Before you know it, you have high blood pressure. Before you know it, it does not benefit you as a person. So, therefore, you need to learn how to forgive. Because when you forgive, you are the one benefiting from it. When you forgive, you are the one, you set yourself free. You leave that person with that guilt. You have done your part. So you leave the other person with the guilt of what they have done to you. But you don't carry that. You don't carry that with you. You don't carry that to your grave. It does not help. Like I said from the beginning, the Bible tells us before we go to pray, we need to forgive all those who have wronged us, so that even our Heavenly Father will forgive us. You cannot go before God and expect Him to forgive you when you have not forgiven someone. It is not easy, but it is something that can set you and I free. Let's try it. Let's try to be forgiving. Let's try to let go. Let's try to show true love. True love is forgiving. True love does not hold grudges. True love does not judge people. Do not judge them, so that you shall also not be judged. So you don't judge them, and you don't blame yourself for what somebody has done to you. But for you, when you have been betrayed, when you have gone through pain, when you have been hurt, you need to acknowledge the hurt. Accept it. Accept that, yes, now this is the cross I have to carry. This is what I've been put through. This is the situation I'm in. Let me take the moment. Let me be in the moment. Take the moment of pain. Be in the moment of grief. Be in the moment of tears. Yell, cry, but accept that what has happened cannot be reversed. And you will see how healing will come. But healing comes when from deep in your heart you're like, you know what? I have forgiven this person. If need be, you can tell them, you know what? You can just call them or text them and tell them, you know what? I forgive you. Or even you can just forgive them and let them be where they are. Trust me, it's for your own good. So, I will leave you with a few scriptures for us, the Christians. Read 1 Corinthians 13:5, and I will leave you with Matthew 6:14 and 15. You read the scriptures about unselfish love. Unselfish love forgives. Unselfish love does not keep record of wrong. If someone has done you wrong, you don't have to keep the record. You don't have to keep the record. Every time you talk to them, if you forgive them, just forgive them and leave the rest in the hands of God. So read those scriptures. Learn how to forgive. My brothers and sisters, I want to tell you that forgiveness is something that sets you free. It helps you. It does not help the other person. Carrying a lot of hatred inside your heart simply because someone hurt you, trust me, a lot of people are still going to hurt us, because for as long as we are still alive, we cannot run away from pain. For as long as we are still alive on the surface of this earth, we are all people who are imperfect, filled in this earth, filled. People have come from different backgrounds. People have gone through a lot of situations. People have been affected mentally, emotionally, that their spirits are so hard that they don't feel any pain. So they will hurt you without any remorse. There is no way you'll expect them to come to you and tell you, you know what, I am sorry for what I did to you. No. There are people who have not healed from whatever they went through, and their pain, they keep on giving it to other people. They enjoy seeing people cry. They enjoy seeing people in pain. But that is why forgiveness comes in. That if you will keep having resentment inside of you, if you keep having pain, carrying it inside of you, if you continue having anger inside of you, if you keep seeking revenge inside of you, trust me, you will die so early. You will die so early. You will deny yourself of true meaning of happiness. You will deny yourself the true absolute meaning of self-love. Because once you love yourself, you are the first priority. Making yourself the first priority means that you don't want anything that hurts you. Anything that is going to hurt you, you stay away from it. So if resentment, trust me, it's not even an if, but resentment is going to hurt you. Carrying anger inside of you is going to hurt you. Seeking revenge because someone has hurt you, someone has offended you, it's going to hurt you. But if you love yourself well enough, you need to learn to forgive so easily. You need to learn to forgive and let things go. Let things lie low like an envelope, and you will see how you will be happy. You will live happier because the moments you lived in, the moments of pain, they taught you something. If you come through a pain and you don't learn anything from it, then you are bound to go through pains and tons of pains because you have failed to learn from the experience. Once you don't learn from the experience, it means you have not been able to set boundaries. So if you don't set boundaries, it will repeat itself. So the more it repeats itself, the more you find yourself hurt more and more and more. But and that happens when you're in denial, when you don't believe that this has happened, you fail to accept the fact that something has happened. I watched a case one time, and this boy killed another boy, and it made me cry, and it made me understand the true power of forgiveness. When this boy was brought to court, he shot his friend. You know, teenagers, he shot his friend and the boy died. And when he was brought to court, the mother of the deceased stood up and said, "I forgive you, son." Because she understood that even if she carries that pain, that anger over this boy, it is not going to change anything. So she decided to forgive this boy and decided to be a mother to him, because she knew maybe this boy was missing something. It was not intended. But yes, he did something that was so bad. He claimed a life. He did something that claimed the life of someone, cut someone's life short. But then she did something that was something unexpected. It is rare. But I believe I learned, the more I've grown now, I've learned that yes, now I understood what that woman was trying to do. She was trying to relieve herself from the pain, from the hurt. Because even if you will cling on that pain. That is what I mentioned, that you need to accept the situation, that you cannot reverse it. So it is so difficult. There is no pain that is small. Like I said, it depends on the gravity, and it depends on how much of importance the person was hurt was to you, or the situation was to you, whatever happened. So many things. We live in a world which is so weird. We live in a world with heartless people. We live in a world where people are hurt, and hurt people want to see others cry. So, but don't be a victim. Don't give them that chance. Don't give someone the opportunity to deny you of who truly you are. So do not seek revenge. Do not seek revenge. Do not deny yourself of self-discovery. Because when you don't forgive, you'll be hurt, you'll be in vengeance, you'll be wanting to revenge. Vengeance is not for you, vengeance is for God. Learn to forgive, learn to let go, and you will see the peace peace that comes with it. You will see the joy that comes with it. You will see the lessons that you will take from it. And trust me, you will heal and you will grow better and you become happier, and you will see how God fights battles for you. One thing we need to learn is not to fight battles for ourselves. You know, when you start fighting battles for yourself, it means you're telling God that, you know what, God, go on the other side. So you cannot fight a battle yourself and you expect to win it. No, you can't win it. You will keep losing it. You will keep hurting. You will keep falling. You will keep creating messes upon messes. Two wrongs do not correct anything. So what do? You accept, you live in the moment, you acknowledge it, you grieve over it, you forgive, and you start healing. And next, you get all that anger, all that pain, all that sorrow, you cast it unto God. You present that unto God and you tell him, God, take care of this. Once you let God take care of wars, he never loses a battle. There is no battle that God goes to and fails. No, he's always a winner. He wins all battles. So with all that being said, I pray the goodness of God to follow all of you. I pray we learn how to forgive. I pray we learn to let go of whatever. It is not easy, I know. Someone might say, Eunice, you don't know what I've been through. You don't know what this person did to me. You don't know. Yes, I don't exactly know what you're going through, but I can understand. Because I'm also a human being. I can relate. I can understand. I live in the same world as you. We meet same people. People are different, but characters usually are the same. Regardless of the nationality, people always share same characters. That's why you see whatever happens in another country, when you tell, it happens everywhere. So things are just happening all over. I may not have met that same person, exact situation, but I might also have been through a scenario, a friend has been through a scenario. So we live in a world where all of us have seen pain, where all of us have felt pain. But you know why we keep smiling? It's because some of us have learned the power of forgiveness. When you forgive, you're free. When you forgive, you're free to go before God and open your heart without any resentment, without any hatred, without saying I hate this one. I don't. It is just so nice. It's just so beautiful when you live in a world and you don't have any hate for anyone whatsoever. You will sleep so peacefully. You don't have any anxiety issues. You don't have stress issues. You sleep at peace. You wake up with a lot of joy. You thank God for every morning because in your heart you don't hate anybody. Because you have let God take care of it all. I hope you learned something from that. I hope you learn to forgive and understand that forgiveness is for us, but not for the offenders. It helps us. It helps us to have peace of mind. It helps us to sleep more, sleep better, dream better, smile always. It helps us to reduce under stress levels. It helps us mentally. It stabilizes our mental health. And on top of that, it takes us away from anxiety. People are going through a lot. The world itself is stressful enough. The way things are happening across the globe, it's just enough for you. You need to think about your future, the hustles, the money, this and that. And then you still have power to add another human being on top of that? No. Love yourself enough not to hate anybody. Love yourself enough not to carry grudges. Love yourself enough not to have space for hate, not to have space for irrelevant pain. Leave all that unto God. Let him take care of that. Trust me, when you trust all your battles, when you cast all your pain unto him, he will definitely take care of it, and you will be a happy soul. You will soar your wings as high just like an eagle. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your love. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for subscribing. For you who hasn't subscribed, please subscribe to Amusoreal Talk. Click the notification bell. If you'd like to feature on Amusoreal Talk, or you'd like anything for us to share, or you'd like us to talk about anything, you have a story to share, send us an email, amusorealtalk@gmail.com. Our WhatsApp number also goes through down there. And our sponsors, Industrial Machines Uganda, visit their website www.industrialmachinesuganda.com. If you're in Kampala, Uganda, they are located in Ntinda, Dinner Apartments, plot B4133, Kampala, Uganda. Mr. Ikonyat, the country manager, send him an email, ikonyatfestas@gmail.com. Together with Amuso Eunice Foundation, visit our website and renew the hope of the less privileged. Provide micro golden opportunities to the children of the Republic of Uganda. Create an environment that is eco-friendly, an environment of parenting, an environment of love, of joy and happiness to the children who are denied that. So go to www.amusoeunicefoundation.org.ug, info@amusoeunicefoundation.org.ug. Thank you so much. It's been me, Amuso Eunice from Amusoreal Talk. Thank you to the team that makes this happen. We inspire you at the comfort of your phone. Shalom.